Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the APFC featherweight division, sponsored by F3 Energy and Combat Corner. And now introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a grappler. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall and officially weighed in at 145 pounds. Coming in tonight with a record of no victories with 1 loss, from Glen Ellen, Illinois, Zak the Hassan! And across the cage, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and officially weighed in at 145 1/2 pounds. Coming in tonight with a record of 1 victory with no defeats, and fighting out of Calebb, Illinois, Calebb Wall! And your referee in charge is Scott Huff.
Scott Huff, third man inside for this featherweight affair, the Assassin versus the Great Wall. Caleb, the immovable wall? David, I can't stop thinking about all the ideas, but what we will find out in just a couple moments is what both are made of. Caleb Wall gets caught there briefly, Assassin taking the center.
The movable wall might be too many syllables. I don't know, that might be a bit hard for Michael to pronounce there.
We talked about the length, and you can see the physical advantages for Caleb Wall. Deeply apparent, but Hassan brings him to the canvas. What an interesting scramble right here, David.
Hassan has made it no secret in his approach that he wants to get this fight to the ground, perhaps to nullify the reach advantage that his opponent Wall has. And he's doing a great job of catching that kick, dump Wall right on his butt, looking to take back position here.
Oh. Wall lets the back get captured. Hassan trying to make the most of it.
Hassan did a great job cutting the corner, got his knee in, spread Wall out, created the space, jumped on his back almost immediately, and now we're looking for a rear naked choke here.
Caleb Wall trying his best to fight this off. He's turning into it, but that is not going to be enough from Hassan. Looked like it was on the jaw more so than under the chin. That one, though, might be a bit tighter.
So Wall did a great job of defending initially. However, he's turning in, but he needs to get his back to the canvas.
Hassan cranking away, 90 seconds to go. This is a horrendous position for Caleb Wall to be in, but he is toughing through it.
We talked about the age difference, man. In fighting, there's something we call old man strength. And it looks like Hassan just has that, indeed, old man strength, and he's just ripping at the neck here of Wall.
Caleb Wall doing his best to try and stay moving, stay active on the ground, but the Assassin wants the bounty of a first-round stoppage.
Assassin, bounty, great Wall. You're on a roll here already here.
Simply can't be stopped in Hammond. 60 seconds to go. Quite impressed with how Caleb has made the most of these positions and stayed alive, Dave.
You know, he's weathering the storm, and he's just kind of fighting and using grit here. I think there are some things he can do technically in these positions to, you know, not only get finished, but to put himself in a better position. For instance, when he's countering, looking to counter the rear naked choke, hey, let's go to our back. Let's get our back against the canvas, but he seems determined to get belly down, which should really ultimately put him in a worse position when you have someone like the Assassin going for your throat there.
Hassan once again looking for the rear naked choke. Caleb Wall bounces out, turns in. What a reversal from Caleb Wall. Now 20 seconds remaining in round 1. He wants a stoppage.
Great job just kind of looking for the angle in that scramble there, and then Wall just raining down shots on top.
This is a statement being made from Caleb Wall as he pounds away at the Assassin. What a round here in Hammond.
A few more seconds and we could have been calling it a night here for Wall. I mean, great job of just kind of turning the tides here.
And you think about fighters that might have been discouraged or demotivated after minutes of being in the worst position imaginable, but the moment that Caleb Wall had an opportunity, he was landing nuclear bombs on the Assassin, David.
I got a feeling that Wall just might be a slow starter. He may be one of those guys that needs to take time and work himself into the fight. And, you know, feeling Hassan's power on top, feeling the hip pressure, feeling him coming at your throat, I think it just clicked. Once he got his moment to get up and get on top, he was like, hey, I've seen your worst. Now I'm going to show you what I got.
This replay from round one brought to you by F3 Energy. The reversal from Calebb Wall. Love how he frames with that left arm to prevent Hassan from moving further. And it's just ferocity from the much younger, much taller, much longer individual.
Pure domination there. And sometimes in the judges' eyes, it's not about who did it first, it's about who did it right. So Hassan was dominated in the first half of that round, 3/4 of that round, but you got to give the round to Wall if you're me because of how he finished.
Calebb Wall starting where he left off. Southpaw versus Southpaw here. Nice connection with the left hand from Wall. Now advancing, wants it one more time, nothing there.
Beautiful 1-2 right down the middle by Wall. I like how when he throws that left hand, he's slipping his head off to the center at the same time, allowing him to avoid the strikes from Hassan. Hassan getting right to the wrestling game, inside single, looking to turn the corner. However, he's a little low. Looks like Wall's going to be able to defend here.
This was the same type of scramble that Hassan maximized in round one. Look at the inverted body triangle from Calebb Wall. Really leveraging those long limbs. I mean, we might have to call him a spider, David.
In this situation, the higher hips always wins. Right now, Wall's hips are a little bit higher, which looks like it's going to get him in the more advantageous position.
Now trying to find the back of Hassan. Went a little bit high there, off to the right side. And we separate. 2 minutes to go in round number two. The Assassin with a very deep breath as he got back to his feet.
You know, he took some strikes there from Wall. Expended a lot of energy in that first round grappling, maybe blew himself out just a little bit holding on. And now Wall seems to be the more fresher fighter at this point.
I like where he's keeping the hands too, right? Significantly tighter, higher up. Hassan, a little bit loopy as he eats that knee to the jaw, but converts it into a takedown for just a brief moment as he gets reversed.
Wall was looking to go high with a leg kick. However, Hassan ended up eating a knee as he marched forward to try to catch the leg. As he started this fight off doing, trying to catch the leg, get it to the ground. Wall knew what was coming. Now he's the man on top here, looking to go to work.
And this is where the size of Calebb Wall becomes an issue for Hassan. He is just overwhelming his older foe. As he takes the back with a minute to work in round two here, David.
Wall in a good position in his back, looking for the rear naked choke here. Hassan seems to just be a little bit fatigued, not really answering any of these transitions so far. And Wall just chipping away as we see, as he's doing a great job using his right hand as a seatbelt to keep Hassan attached to him. The figure four on the lower body, he's in control.
This is a bit of payback for round number one as Calebb Wall chips away at the Assassin. Attempting to lock in a choke, but Hassan wary and so far defensively responsible. Final 10 seconds. Calebb Wall is moving away with this one as we head to a third. What a response in round number two from Calebb Wall. He went from being controlled for the majority of the first frame to dominating Zak Hassan in the second. David Evans, what do you expect in the third round?
You know, I'm liking what I'm seeing for Wall so far, the ability to have a short-term memory. You know, we talk about the first 3/4 of that first round. It wasn't looking too good for him. It looked like he was going to come out here and get dominated. However, towards the end of that first round, he would literally turn the tides as he got on top. And the second he got on top, he went out with the intention to hurt his opponent and then built off of that going into the second round. We saw some fluid striking on his feet, beautiful 1-2s right down the middle, and he just chipped away at Hassan and even dominated Hassan in the grappling portion of the second round. We saw him take his back. We saw him looking for the rear naked chokes, and then most importantly, maintaining position. I think right now in this third round, I think he has his opponent. Look for him to come out here and just flurry his opponent with strikes. We're going to see that 1-2 come down the middle. We saw success with the kick. Look for him to go out there and try to put his opponent out.
Round number 3 between the Assassin and Calebb Wall. Wall starts off with a left hand as Hassan misses on that combination. It's the straight shots that seem to be winning for Calebb Wall. Hassan trying to loop that right hand around, but the straight left of Wall getting through.
The shortest distance between any 2 points is always a straight line. That's some physics for you, Ben. So whenever you have a guy coming straight down the middle versus a guy that's hooking over the top, the punches down the middle, 9 times out of 10 will land first.
Nice head movement there from the Assassin. Loads up on that one. Wall deep in on the hips. And to the ground we go.
Nicely timed shot there by Wall, however, kept his head down just a little bit, allowing Hassan to maybe isolate a guillotine choke here. Not quite sure how tight it is.
Calebb Wall looks like he is about to bust out of it, and he does. 2 minutes with which to work. Calebb Wall looking good. We will see if Wall becomes great here in Hammond. And that's got to be so frustrating for Hassan, right? Spending all of round 2, getting dominated, and now early in round 3, finding yourself back in that same position.
It can be demoralizing. However, as we see, he hasn't quite given up. I mean, he got taken down, was going right for the guillotine, looking for the finish. So clearly he's a sneaky guy off his back, so we got to always keep our eyes on what he's doing.
As you mention it, throws up an armbar attempt. Calebb Wall, though, appears to be wary.
Wall got the elbow out on the backside, so he's safe there. Transitioning to a front headlock, maybe look to take the back. I mean, we saw some success in the last round when he took his back, able to control his opponent, Hassan, there.
Nice work from Zak to try and keep that right leg from hooking in for just a moment, but now he is in a world of trouble with a minute to go.
Figure 4 there by Wall. Hassan looking busy, trying to fight the hands. Once again, he needs to try to get his back to the canvas here and not just hang out, because the more he hangs out, the more he's going to give his opponent time to try to isolate the neck or even get a jaw crank, as we see here from Wall as he's on the back.
Constant threat from Calebb Wall here, searching for the stoppage. Only 30 seconds to work. Heading to the judges' scorecards, I mean, you got to think Calebb Wall in the driver's seat.
Calebb Wall has been in the driver's seat ever since the last, 60 seconds of the first round here. Hassan came out strong. However, over time, he just kind of withered away in his performance. I think he got a little gassed, so maybe we address the conditioning standpoint going forward. But right now, this is all Wall.
Now Calebb Wall ending with some exclamation points. What a showing from the United Elite MMA prospect of Calebb, Indiana. Really putting it on after a tough first round. Kind of feels like the tone being set for APFC 13 is grappling, exchanges, and scrambles, David.
Grappling, exchanges, scrambles, old versus young, bald versus ball, Wall versus Hassan. It's been a great night so far, and we're only 2 fights in, dude.
Completely. And maybe that was some gamesmanship from Calebb Wall in round 1 to let the Assassin have that moment and gas himself out potentially.
A little rope-a-dope action there, you
little
believe?
rope-a-dope on the mat.
I mean, that's a big risk in this game. In MMA, we know it's a game of inches and it only takes 1 punch. But, I mean, if he was, it worked out for him. That's all that matters. You get the W.
Calebb Wall and Zak Hassan extend themselves the distance. We set it inside to handsome Michael Hansen for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. And all 3 judges scored this contest 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Calebb Wall!
And still undefeated, Calebb Wall looking great tonight.